morning, viewers. Welcome to Global Entertainment's News Breakfast Show. Now, daily dose of news and updates. I am your host, Busola, and joining me in the studio today are Bella and
Still,
okay, we now go to take today's story from Punch and Vanguard newspaper. Today's top story from Punch: cash scarcity. OPS fault CBN limit on POS withdrawals. The organized private sector on Wednesday kicked against the decision of the Central Bank of Nigeria to limit the withdrawals from the point of sales agents, stressing the apex bank is not in touch with reality. CBN introduced a daily cash out transaction limit of 100,000 naira per individual customers for point of sales agents as part of new measures to advance the cashless policy in Nigeria on Wednesday. So what are your take on this?
well, it's a good opinion, a good opinion by the federal government because if we keep having this POS merchants always coming outside to always want to have things for themselves, they will feel nobody has control over so many things. So I think it's the best thing the government can come up with without having it's without having something to affect the masses and the the PS merchants too. All of them to go get their own
You,
issue
you know, my
and
point
normal
is
thing.
this is not even the matter of the POS merchant or whatsoever. I think that this thing needed to be
Address.
addressed
Yeah.
properly because you can't actually tell me that the banks that are operating in Nigeria are not. They don't have cash to distribute. Even before the festive season, this thing has been happening, and then right now it shouldn't be continued like this. Since the time that we talked about this Naira, the new notes design clinical, everything has been like this
Mm-hmm.
up to now. Then everyone had hardly gets POS now. Most people don't want it to go into it. I'm calling it POS ATM machine. Most people don't want to go into it because they know that if they go into it, you hardly see money.
At all.
247, you
Yeah.
don't see money in the ATM machine, and then it's annoying in a Nigeria that is not even well in the modern technology that is going on, and then you now talk about that we should be on a cashless policy, which is going to be is not supposed to be like that,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, moving on. Federal government plans 13 trillion naira loan as Tinubu presents 49.7 trillion naira 2025 budget. President Bola Tinubu government is planning to spend 8.97 trillion naira of its project 49.70 trillion naira budget on defense and security and infrastructure in 2025. Tinubu on Wednesday presented the 2025 budget proposal to a joint session of the National Assembly, outlining an ambitious 49.70 trillion naira spending plan titled Budget of Restoration, Securing Peace and Building Prosperity.
Well, talking about this, I don't want to go into the budget and everything. And I want to emphasize on that loan.
Why the loan again?
Another loan
Why?
again. You presented a budget already, and you are still going for another loan. I don't understand this country. We really need to start thinking ahead and not thinking backward.
Yeah.
Nigeria is, if I'm still going to say that Nigeria is far, far behind every other country and states that is available. This thing is becoming, how will I say it? The educational sector is behind, the health sector is behind, the infrastructure is
Mm-hmm.
behind, the
Security.
security is behind. Everything in Nigeria is behind just the model, whatever. If other people travel outside the country, they see how the things work, they see how everything, like the human is being taken as serious as anything. But in Nigeria, the security is going to be the first person that is going to harass you. There is no good arms that is being provided for this thing, for those people to fight insecurity. The educational sector is like you just go to school just to own the certificate and then come back tomorrow. If some of them have the opportunity and then they fly out and study properly, they won't want to come back to Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
and then you still want to loan more. Loan more to do what? For your own expenditure or for the Nigerian
You're having
expenditure?
49 point 70 trillion naira for the budget, you are loaning 13
we are,
trillion
we are
naira.
just
Like
we are
it's
just
very
we are just
connecting at all.
here, like, you know, when they say that this is Nigeria is just made as a remitters. We remit money, that is all, but we are not putting that money into work. That is just my own. The money
Government
is not
business
into
at
work.
all. Like
It's not.
every day we keep borrowing, we keep borrowing, we keep borrowing. What is the
Very
essence?
is
When we are
annoying.
not put to use. Okay, moving on. Federal government to invest $700 million in desert to power projects. The federal government says it has shifted its focus to the renewable energy sector to enhance supply to the education, health, agriculture, rural communities and transportation sectors. It also said that deploying mini-grids to solve energy access problems in rural communities through the e-HEART project will benefit 80 million Nigerians who are estimated to lack electricity, thereby creating sustainable economic and reducing rural-urban drift in Nigeria. As what is your
But
thought on
it's
this?
it's 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 to me. Oh, I would say for us to start moving, having good thoughts about what is really happening in the modern world is a nice idea. But Nigeria, can we manage this deserts in
Why $700 million?
it's not even about the
Not
amount.
naira.
The amount now, we know our country as a country where they will just mention money.
If they use that $700 million for the next year budget, is it bad?
No,
No,
we can't use money
no,
for the budget.
the
We
budget is
can't use,
different. The budget is different, and then what they wanted to use it for is quite different right now. Presenting this budget is for the government and the state warehouse to just like, let's you present this budget so that when the Nigerian loan comes out, they're going to divide it among the government, and this is the amount that you have already presented, that this is what you're going to be using for the year 2025. And this one that they are saying that they wanted to invest in a desert, that what is actually going to happen within that desert that they wanted to invest money? Is there a crude oil that is actually coming out, or they wanted to use it as a tourist center that uh, because even if they don't even move on to that desert side, there are a whole lot of places in Nigeria that all these tourists can, like all these people, foreigners can actually come and then invest in, like, but
if we
the main focus, they are not putting it in the right place. This thing is not being put in the right place, but they are just going over and over again. I don't understand what is going on.
if we look at that $700 million, if we calculate that money in naira,
It is a lot.
it's more than the budget of Nigeria sef
Mm-hmm.
for a year. For 700 times one.
What are the plans that the government are taking? Because we don't expect people, we keep on voting in
All
people
this is
that
just to cover up.
it's not even the matter of covering up. We just keep on voting people that they don't even go through the educational sector to be in this seat. Like when it comes to that, they didn't even have any knowledge about it. All their own is that they just wanted to bear down in that I'm an ex-governor, ex-president, kiniko, and all that, and then jam pack everything. Imagine a governor is trying to pronounce a figure and then he can't even do it, and a governor is congratulating someone that lost his wife.
Like,
Cry not loud. God, oh.
okay, moving on. FG surveys rate Southeast lowest in crime rate. President Bola Tinubu administration through the National Bureau of Statistics has launched the Crime Experience and Security Perceptions Survey. The initiative is aimed at providing data-driven insights into security and crime trends across Nigeria. So what is your take on this?
Well, our president, we say our president is working because now everywhere we dey say you do this one, you do this one, you do this one. Well, it's to me. Oh, I see it as a good step, but the problem we always have in this country that we will come outside today, we will talk about something, tomorrow we are not implementing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Which survey that shows that
so
everywhere have a crime? No, no, no,
They
no.
said that particular
No,
state has the lowest.
lowest or no
Southeast.
lowest, every state in Nigeria has its own crime. Is it that it's going to be armed robbery, road hijack, it's going to be a kidnapping, or
Okay,
all
speaking
this
again.
thing? is happening, and some it's not even just to focus on the bigger picture like the terrorists that is in the
Start
north
from
now.
the
We
lower
need
side.
to focus on each and every crime rate. Don't even say that this one is the lowest at what? Okay, out of 100 percentage, you can just say it's 5 percentage that is lowest in the crime rates that is happening in Nigeria. What about the rest?
It's also a way to encourage other
Encourage what?
it's a way to encourage other states. If the federal government comes out and say the southeast has low crime rates, at least we are they are trying to encourage other part of the country. Okay,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Now
We are
now
trying to
now that
encourage Boko Haram and the Laku.
now I'm talking about the low crime rate now. The southeast has low crime rates. Okay, the federal government has come out and told us that it's in their surveillance so particular thing. But this to me, I believe is a way of trying to uh, encourage other states to want to work hard to fight their own
Exactly.
crime rate also. If for example, if a particular state, if the government come and say this state now has low crime rate, this state has high crime rate, it's the duty of this state now to come outside and say, okay, talk to your people. Let's use this state as an example. Look at their crime rate. What are they doing with that we need to do to adjust our own system? I just believe that's the way federal government are looking at it, not the other way around.
Okay,
Hmm.
it's a good one.
Okay, moving on to today's top story from Vanguard. Landing cost of petrol drops to 970 naira per litre, says marketers. In a sign of stability in the downstream sector, the Major Energy Marketers Association of Nigeria (MEMAN) has said that the landing cost of premium motor spirits (PMS), also known as petrol, declined marginally to 970 naira in December 2024 from 971 naira per litre in November 2024.
Now, are we congratulating
I don't
ourselves
understand. On top one
for
naira,
the reduction of just 1 naira?
one naira péré.
I, the person, I need to even blame the energy editors for coming outside to even post about the reduction of just 1 naira
Naira.
in the cost of premium.
Not 10 naira, not five.
That man needs to be sanctioned. He has not told us what he's really doing with his office. Just want to also recognize the fact that
So he wants you to know that I've said something. No,
No, he
I
just
think
wanted to be recognized. Now everybody is trying to voice out on this regime, and then it's a good one. Sha. If I didn't talk now, they say I'm not doing my work very
exactly.
well.
At least
So
I'm saying something
let me
now.
just say something so that they'll know that I'm doing my work very well. And that is just the how will I even say they are focused right now. So let's just say it. If we just say if they like me, they believe. If they like me, they don't believe. Now we know. So let's move on to the next page. Continue.
Okay, moving on. Like you said, Northern Youth caution FG against new tax regime bill, says it's designed to ruin region. Aside from the new tax reform bill, the group also condemned the federal government's land border closure, alleging that the ideas favor the south more than the north. The group, in a statement signed by its coordinator, Comrade Idris Ayuba, made available to Vanguard correspondents in Ilorin, alleged that most difficulties the North face are the repercussion of the decisions, citing the effect of petroleum subsidy removal, land borders closure and the new tax regime as few examples. So
Well, we've been talking a lot about this bill
yeah,
for a
tax
long
reform bill.
time, and the note always are still emphasized to the fact that this bill is not for them. It's not going to work for them. The federal government needs to understand these people because them themselves they are really facing a lot. They are really facing a lot. Their economy there is really crumbling. There is no means of transportation for them. The fuel price there they don't have assuming they have a close refinery or somewhere that okay they can buy for you to buy fuel from another part of this country and go to the north to distribute it. You look at the cost of all those things and the food chain is not more moving the way it's supposed to move
No,
before and the insecurity alone I don't think
something else.
it's what the North means for it's not what it means for now. That bill it won't favor them. Obviously they voiced out already that it's not favor them.
Even if we're going to say that it's not going to be favoring, at the same time, we need to look at it. Maybe if this tax reform is going to at least better some things that we all the citizens has been talking about that they needed. I feel like if that is going to be the positivity of Nigeria, then let it just be implemented because no one actually wanted this. They are complaining on their own now that it's not going to be favoring. But at the same time, there could be a whole lot of things that will come out from there after the tax reform.
Are you sure?
That could be because there's a whole lot of the factory that is working out there. Most of the detergent that is being used is coming out from that northern part, especially from Kaduna. So the village parts are basically in agriculture that they mostly produce. But when you talk about the city parts, there's factories that's on work that like they produce things as well. So those things needed to just come in and then instead of trying to see that the northern are just only for the production or for the farm production, there's other things that can actually come out from the northern side and then let's see how much tax they generate and then use it into work. Not for the leader that is going to just embezzle the
And
whole thing and
that's
then
if the leaders not sit down on
but
it.
they are trying to cover it up that the northern is not. If you go to northern, you know that there are many of them that are actually well educated,
A
and then
lot.
yes, and they are good in big business. When you talk about that, one. But what about those ones that say that they are in farm? Those ones that are actually in the city are good in business, and then they will do it to any point.
Okay. All right, guys. We've come to the end of today's show. Thank you for joining us on the Breakfast Show today. I've been your host, Bisola. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, same time, same station. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more news and updates on Global Entertainment News TV. Have a blessed day. Until next time.